Hey guys, Jamie here from Monomyth Film, and in today's video I'll be breaking down a lighting technique that I used for Sydney guitarist James Norbert Ivanyi in his music video Pray Darkly. And it's a really awesome setup that I sort of have set up now, where you can create a cinematic, sort of very glossy effect with practically no gear. All you really need is one bright light and that's it. So I'll just break it down for you now. As you can see, I'm sort of lighting myself now with a proto version of this lighting setup that I'm talking about. And so behind me is the Kale Ice Light. And it's a really cool, really strong, powerful LED light that's heat portable, and you can take it anywhere. These lights are awesome, but you can really use sort of anything that's really strong. The main core idea of it is that you want to backlight your subject aggressively. And you can key the front, which is what I've done here. I've got a tungsten desk lamp pointed at my face, just to give myself a bit of an eye light and to preserve the detail in my face. But you don't have to do that. And if you want a more silhouette effect, you can certainly execute that with a lot of lens flare. I think it's a really nice look. So, in the music video, me and James literally went to a local park and it was completely pitch black, middle of the night, and we set up the ice light on a tripod behind James. And I got him to stand in front of the camera and he just rocked out, and him moving so much and me moving the camera created this really dynamic flaring effect over his shoulders, and it was really cool, and you can sort of still see the front of his face illuminated by the reflection from me, which is really cool thing about the A7S. I don't think I could have done that with any other camera, so maybe if you don't have one, that doesn't work for you. But I was able to preserve a little bit of detail, enough so you could sort of tell what he was doing, whilst creating this really dramatic backlighting effect, and it worked a treat. We used that for another shot, but there were two other shots where I moved the light. One time it was shooting straight onto the guitar and bouncing off. It has a really glossy finish, so I was working mostly with the light reflected from the guitar. And in the other one I pointed the light directly at the fretboard from the angle of the camera, but it was on the side of the camera, so a little bit of light leaked into the lens and created a really cool lens flare again. And so you'll notice flaring was what kept a sense of consistent style across all of them. The type of flaring was more or less the same, and the amount of flaring was more or less the same. So using this trick and using lens flares, you can sort of cover up inconsistencies in your lighting approach by how distracting the flares are. And some people might consider this a cheap trick, and maybe it's a bit intense for them, and it's certainly not helpful if you are trying to draw attention to what's happening in the story. In a production where there isn't much of a story, like in a music video, it's really helpful to sort of let you do more with less, essentially. So that's basically it for today, guys. I know it's a pretty basic tip, it's nothing too extravagant, but it's really helped me sort of make my footage look a bit more cinematic and a bit more expensive than it actually is. And if there's anything you're going to take away from this, it's really just every now and then throw away the ideas that you have about how you should light for certain situations and just play around with stuff until you get something that catches your eye. Because it's not really recommended that you shine light straight into the lens and you blow out the screen with just this all-encompassing flare, and that you bring focus to the outlines and silhouettes of your characters as opposed to the nuances in their face. But it's an effect that looked really good in my opinion, especially for something like a music video where you want it to be all glossy and stylized. And it's something that you can do that costs basically nothing. It's just switching the way that the brightest light in your shot is facing and aggressively backlighting. And that's basically it, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, share this video, subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'll show your gratitude in whatever way that you like, and share it with your friends. And if you didn't like it, well, I'm always looking to improve. I'm pretty new to making videos about making videos, so please leave some feedback maybe. Just go easy on me. and that's more or less it. So until next time, this is Monomyth Film.